following gameplay includes murder and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, hello! Welcome to ClubChrisette. I'm your host, Chrisette, and today we are finishing up Richard and Alice. So when we last left off, the cell was starting to freeze over because Richard had temporarily messed with the thermostat, causing it to get really cold in the cell, and there's been no sign of guards around. So we're looking for a way to get out of the cell at this point, particularly by starting a fire. So that's what we're gonna do. And we'll get to hear the rest of Alice's story. When we were last hearing her story, she was describing how she was looking for medicine for Barney, and she found medicine indeed, but it wasn't like Tylenol or ibuprofen or Pepto-Bismol like she was hoping. She found insulin instead. So she still has a sick kid. But right now we're going to start the fire as Richard.
There's never anything good on anyway. That's it?
Damn it! What's going on, Richard? I can't see any blazing infernos just yet.
A few sparks. That was it. Wow, these things are safe.
So what now?
Hang on. There's another option. It's riskier, but no. It'll be fine. It'll get us out of here. I'm sure of it.
The computer? I mean, that just...
Okay, here goes nothing. Whoa.
Richard, what's that? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just started a fire. Plan's going well. Why aren't you opening?
Richard, what have you done?
Well, I got a fire going, but...
Are you saying your cell is on fire after all?
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of. And the bars aren't opening? Frick's sake, Richard! I knew this was a bad idea.
It certainly seems that way.
Well, can't you put it out?
I mean, with what, Alice? I have a small cup. A small cup to put out that fire?
You're standing right next to a bucket.
There's a hole in it.
Oh,
hang on, just let me get the duct tape, right? Shit.
Richard, what's happening?
It's no use. I can't get to the bathroom, and now half the lights have gone out.
Right, so, I guess this is it. Oh, God.
Alice, I'm so sorry. I was so certain.
Yes, you were. Still, like you said, I'm sure burning is quicker than freezing.
It's more painful, though. Alice, listen to me. I need to tell you something. I've not been entirely...
What's that?
I don't know. Is it...
Oh my God, Richard! I think the cell doors are open. Yes, they are.
Yes, we're out. I told you.
Okay, Richard, don't gloat. Come on.
I can't believe I almost forgot this again. Again?
A few minutes later. Oh, this is the elevator.
I I can't believe we're out.
What were you going to tell me?
What?
You said there was something you needed to tell me.
Did I?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Oh. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not important now. We're getting out. We can see our families again. I bet Barney will be so happy to see you. He'll love hearing about your daring escape from a burning prison. And, here's the thing. I know a place outside the zones, but it's safe. Some of my old squatter holed up there. Nobody knows about it, Alice. We've got food, medicine supplies, everything. We'll get our kids and just go, disappear. We can start a new life there, Alice. Alice?
Richard,
What is it? What's wrong?
There won't be any new life, Richard. No fresh starts. It's not that simple. You may be able to escape what you've done, but I can't.
What are you talking about, Alice? Of course you can. We'll make it. Alice, trust me.
No, Richard, you don't understand. Such a brave boy. Barney, sweetheart, can you hear me? Barney? Barney, for freak's sake, why are you doing this to me? Oh my God. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do. Something I could give him. Anything. Just a token gesture. But what? What can I do? Why bother? Barney, sweetheart, can you hear me? Mom. Oh, sweetheart, does it hurt? Slowly nods. I don't know what to do, Barney. What do you want me to do? Barney? Oh, Barney. I have a cat in my lap right now who's really worried about me. She hears me going on right now. We also last time ran into York, and he mentioned Caleb and Jake. I wanted to see, and Sarah's York's daughter. I wanted to see if there was anything here. Honorable discharge. Here, sweetheart, hold on to this. You gave it to me once, and it made me feel better. I've never been religious, but I suppose if there's a time to give it a go. What am I supposed to do? I just need someone to tell me. I don't know anymore.
Oh God, look at me. I'm standing in a weather station or whatever this eventually was, just talking to myself. But the Lord will hear. Wait, who's there? You seem uncomfortable being here. I have good reason. A church is a safe place. It's a haven from the horrors that exist outside, and here no one will judge, and nothing can harm you. I don't think the elements respect religion too much, nor do the gangs, for that matter. And anyway, wasn't this place converted into a weather station? Ah, but you can find God's presence anywhere you choose. I don't believe in God. Hell, if I did before, I certainly don't now. I'm sorry if you felt like I was pressuring you to believe. That isn't why I'm here. Then why are you here? Just sitting in the confessional waiting for people to come by? I'm here because we're all in this boat together, sailing towards our destiny. I'm here because people need someone to be here. That's a good reason, though. After all, you came. He does have a point. I sense a person who is desperate, confused, maybe. You could say that. Come, speak with me. Oh no, I don't do confession. I'm not a Catholic. I don't believe... This isn't about Catholicism. This isn't about fate. It isn't even about a confession. To confess, you need sense. And is there anything truly sinful anymore? Exactly. So come. Can we go down here? Oh, well. Mysterious man over here, a mysterious person. There we go. Now, I hope you don't mind my asking, but I do prefer to address people by name. You don't have to give me your real one, of course. No, it's okay. I'm Alice. Alice. So tell me, Alice, what would you like to discuss? Everything. Barney, of course. My son. He's... Go on. He's sick. Like, really sick. He needs medication so badly, but at this stage, I don't even know if it would help. And, I mean... You don't have any, do you? He's so unwell. Do you know where I can find some medication? You must. You help people, right? That's what you do. Right? Alice, I'm very sorry, but I don't think anyone has seen any kind of medication for months now. And if you could source any, where do you think it would be? Simply lying around on the floor for anyone to pick up? The gangs have monopolized it. You pay hundreds for a single pill. No one has that sort of money. Well, quite. Oh, who am I kidding? It's hopeless. He's going to die. He's already dying. What am I going to do? We're all each other has, and he's in so much pain, you can tell. He can't move. He can't speak. All he does is sleep or moan in agony. I can't take it anymore. But then, what would I do without him? Surely, though, you've coped with loss before. What the F? This is different. This is my son. How old is your child, Alice? He's 5. Why do you laugh? If he were here, if he could speak,
He'd be telling me right off now. 5.5, he'd say.
Ah, children and their pedantry, especially when it comes to months on their age. So he's 5.5. Is he aware of what's going on, or rather was he, before he became unwell?
Barely, or maybe. I don't know. He must have had an idea, but I always tried to protect him from the world. He was born into a world that was rapidly going to shit. By the time he could form memories, everything was completely wrecked. He barely remembers his dad. For most of his life, we either lived in a horrible, dirty shelter or we were homeless. I often wish I'd never brought him into this world. Hell, I even wish I could take him out of it. No, I can't think like that. Can I?
It's natural for a mother to want to protect her child, even if it would mean doing something unthinkable. No one can tell you how to deal with this, Alice. It's one of those things in life that you must work out for yourself. But, and I know you don't believe, and I'm not pressuring you to do so. I know that God will help you make the right choices.
The church. Do you come here often? To the church, I mean?
I'm here quite a lot, yes. Have been for a while, in fact.
Oh, what, since before it was a weather station?
Around the same time, perhaps. But for me, it's always been both, not one or the other. I worked here for a time.
Wow, a religious scientist, huh?
I believe the two can coexist.
I think that's a smart way to live, honestly. You can believe in religion while also believing that, understanding scientific fact is understanding your creator's world.
I believe the two can coexist. I am no fool, Alice. I don't dispute the systems that have delivered to us all these years of snowfall. I don't believe it to be a punishment from above, as many do. I believe it is something we have to do our best to cope with.
So what, you're trying to turn this place back into a church again?
Well, as I say, my belief is that science and spirituality can exist side by side. And sometimes people come and I do what I can. I can watch the snow, I can observe the weather, the way it changes subtly, but substantially enough to make a difference. The temperature, the wind. And when I'm not doing that, I can pray. I can help others who are seeking guidance or just a conversation to pass the lonely hours.
For all the mess here, it really is a beautiful little building. I have to say, not too grand. Just right. It feels homely somehow.
I've always thought the same. It's one of the reasons I enjoyed it when my work brought me here.
In fact, it always felt homelier than where we were actually housed. A building up the way, on the other side of the woods. That building and this place, too, have seen some nasty things in their time. But then it's all about survival, about seeing another day. Serious man, who are you? What's your story? If this isn't about faith, are you even a priest?
Why do you ask?
Funnily enough, I have trouble trusting people these days.
I'm a man, a survivor, just like you. Sometimes when it's safe, I take walks by the lake or visit the graveyard. And that's all you do? No capturing or killing or... No, rest assured, I have no intention of doing anything like that. Not unless I truly have to. There are people who'd have you believe they truly have to do that every single day. They're scum. I hate them all. But for all our differences, we're all the same. We're all just trying to exist for another day, see the sun rise in the morning, then see it set once more. But survival makes people do terrible things. Terrible is subjective. Of what do you speak? My son and I were held captive in a basement for days. We've been attacked. Just a few weeks ago, some men tried to take him from me from this very building. My partner was killed by a mob of men who were stealing from us. They took our food. We barely had enough as it was. I think I have a pretty good idea of what terrible means. Would you kill in order to stay alive? What? People are only reasonable for their actions for as long as they're in control of a situation, wouldn't you say? I don't. After which point do we turn to our instincts to get by? We are but animals, Alice. We do what we need to do. So you'd kill me right now if, say, we had food or you were hungry. I'd try to reason with you. I'd see if we could make a trade. Most of all, I'd invite you to share what I had and hope that you would reciprocate. And if I had nothing? Alice, you must understand. These are not times in which we can always afford to think for too long. I assure you, though, you are safe here.
The weather. I guess we could talk about the weather. It sounds like the biggest cliché in the world, but I suppose it's pretty apt.
Unlike many, I never tire of talking about the weather.
How did this all happen? How could we have missed it?
For all the technological know-how that we have, and for all the scientific advancements that we've made, there are still things we miss. In fact, the weather has always moved in mysterious ways. Humanity used to believe it was sent from a higher power in order to praise or punish us. Today, we know otherwise, but in many ways, it's almost like a god in itself. It has the power to give life and to take it away.
It's funny to think, isn't it, that some parts of the world are uninhabitable because it's too hot. At least, I assume that's still the case.
Yes, as far as I know, acres of blistering desert so parched that nothing can survive. I suppose we have it lucky.
Luck isn't a word I'd use right now. Actually, I'd better go. I'm sorry, I just need to get out of here.
Very well. Tell me, if you do not wish to speak with God, is there anyone you could speak with?
Since Barney got sick, no. There's no one. Except my partner, I suppose. Barney made me talk to a grave a while ago. It's not even his. Barney doesn't know that, but I just wanted to help.
And did it?
Did it what? Help. Him? Probably. Me? No. Actually, I don't know. You know what? Maybe it did.
Perhaps you should talk with your partner now. I'm a firm believer in the value of family. Your partner will always be the person from whom you seek guidance.
Maybe you're right.
Thank you. You are very welcome. Alice? Yeah? I am not here to tell you what to believe. You have free will for a reason, and your views are just as valid as mine, or anyone else's. You should always follow those beliefs. However, I hope you may take some solace in the knowledge that I will be praying for you. And I do believe, even if things seem bleak, or if they become unfathomably hard to handle, that there is someone looking out for you, someone guiding the way. I wish you the very best of luck. Hey. Christ, I feel stupid. It's not even you down there. I don't even know if you got a proper freaking burial. I'm sorry. We couldn't exactly stick around. I don't know who's really down there. This whole place is full of unmarked graves. I suppose it doesn't matter. Mark, I miss you so freaking much. Not a day goes by when I don't. Why did you have to be so goddamn brave? Why did you have to go and do the right thing? Why can't it have rubbed off on me? If you were here right now, you'd put your arm around me and tell me your plan. You know what to do. You always did. Hell, if you were here right now, maybe this wouldn't have happened at all. Barney wouldn't be sick, and we wouldn't be stuck here in the middle of this freaking power play between God knows who. This is all your goddamn fault, you know. You always had things sorted, always knew the best way forward. The world no longer has a place for people like you, Mark. It's all just chaos these days. Maybe it's better that you're not around to see it. Mark, our son is sick. Really, really sick. I tried to help him. Christ, I freaking tried. And I'm sure some of this is my fault. But look at it. Look at the state of this freaking world. If it hasn't been pneumonia, it had been something else. I found medicine, but it was no good. The only people around for miles are mercenaries and murderers. There's nobody left to turn to. He's suffering, Mark, and I don't know what the freak I'm going to do. I can't stand to see him go through this. Do you remember? Early in our relationship, my depression came back. I was going to take my own life. You came over unexpectedly that night, and you found me there, pills in hand. Do you remember what you made me promise? That no matter what, I'd never give up on myself again, that I'd keep living for you, for myself. For the first time in years, I feel like I'm breaking that promise. But then I remember your face that night. I remember how I broke your heart, and I can't. And then I look at Barney and I see that special, amazing, wonderful life that we created together. And I look at him now and he's suffering, Mark. And he's not going to stop suffering. I don't know what I can do to stop it, you know. You always knew. What the hell should I do? I should never have been a mother, should I? You always said to me, Alice, it'll be fine once he comes along. Stop fretting. Well, that turned out well, didn't it? You couldn't make this up. You were always my rock. always telling me everything was going to be all right, that I'd do okay, that I'd be a good mother. And you know what the worst part is? The worst goddamn part of all this. I know exactly what you'd say if you were here. You tell me I'm stronger than I think, that I don't give myself enough credit, that I'm far too hard on myself. You always did that. Looks like I finally proved you wrong, huh? Yet it doesn't feel like a victory at all. I don't know what to do. Answer me! Answer me! So, this is how it is. This is how it ends. Barney? Barney, how are you feeling, sweetie? Groan. Oh God, oh Christ. Barney, sweetheart, you're mommy's brave, fierce lion. You've made me happier than anything else in this world. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry we brought you into this hell. You deserved better, Barney. We all did. Barney, I love you very, very much. I'm sorry, I'm actually crying over here, like, legit hardcore tears. Alice, I'm so sorry. It's okay. I've had a long time to come to terms with it. But maybe you understand now why I've lost hope. I understand. And I'm sorry again. I've come so far, though. Alice. I guess the least I can do is make sure you don't screw up getting us out of here. Oh, wow. This is not how I remember it. Brick. Think carefully before you do anything with that, Richard. What? Oh, nothing. Now, let's see if he's got anything useful in his pockets. Aha, what's this? A pocket mirror. Not quite what I was hoping for. I guess he liked taking care of his appearance. I don't think there's anything I can do there. I have no idea how to even log in with this thing. Any ideas, Alice? How should I know? Fair enough. It's beyond the lasers. We have to deactivate those first. That could work. But I'll need more mirrors. Smash this up a bit. So now we've got 4 mirrors. I'm sorry, I'm still crying over here. Really, Richard? Putting mirrors over lasers? I thought that only worked in the movies and video games. Well, not at all. It's a perfectly logical solution. Careful now. Bingo. 1 down, 3 to go. Let's not mess this up. Shit. What was it? I only need 1. Richard, what are you talking about? Right, okay. Don't freak out, alright? I need to tell you some things. I'm listening. Okay, look. That place I mentioned, before I put myself in here, I had a bit of a deal going down. Just something that would make my life a tiny bit better for a lot of people. But it went slightly south. I gave myself up so I would lie low until this all blew over. There are people on the outside working on it. Everything's fine, don't worry. But we had a man on the inside in this place. Are you shitting me? The plan always was, if I needed to get out, it wouldn't be too hard. A carelessly unlocked cell, a hack of a keypad. Nobody would ever be able to point a finger. This guy had been feeding us access codes for a while. Why? We did deals with this place too. We're actually not too far from the storage bunker. It just made things easier if we could slip in and out unnoticed. Oh shoot, I skipped over some dialogue. So naturally, when I had the opportunity to turn myself in, it was a relief to know there was a friendly face waiting for me, in case I did need to get out in a hurry. Wait, so this entire time you've been in here of your own volition? Well, mostly, yeah. I mean, sure. I wanted to face up to what I've done. But it's a safe place, too. You know what they'd say. The safest place in the world. What the hell is this deal you're talking about, then? It's not important, really. I'll explain properly when we're out. Just supplies and things, trading. I mean, Christ. It's not like the government bothers anymore, is it? Okay, fine. Punch in the code and we'll get out of here. So, here's the thing. There's a security exploit in this particular lock system. The way it caches the memory, it's possible to make it so that any previous access code works. It's pretty simple. Alright, so do it. Well, that's the problem. I don't recall any of the access codes. It was alright when there was someone else here I could have asked. Right. So we're stuck here. No, hold on. Let me think. They're only 8 digits long. I must be able to remember one of them. Think, Richard, think. Richard? Yes. Give me the photo. What? Why? Just give it to me. No, why? I don't think you're in any position to be questioning me, are you? Alice, please. It's all I have. Oh, relax. Okay, but I don't understand. Alright, let's have a look. 13182220. Alice? Oh, shut up and unlock the door. I'm sick of this place. Alice, how? Just freaking do it. We're free. So, now what? We should probably talk. We've done a lot of talking, don't you think? Maybe too much. I don't want to talk right now. I think we should.
I know.
Alice, you don't seem okay. I mean, I understand, but come on. We're out. I know where we are. I know how to get to safety. And we can work out what to do from there.
I know, Richard. It's just, like I say, what now? Back to surviving, barely making it, doing it all for those awful things we have to do to survive?
Alice, listen. When I was a kid, a really young boy, whenever I used to get really down, when I'd feel really hopeless, my father would take me to one side, and do you know what he'd say to me?
No.
He'd say, Richard, Brussels sprouts survive through the winter. Tomatoes turn to juice. Are you a tomato or a Brussels sprout? And I'd say,
Daddy, I'm a Brussels sprout.
what, not even a smile? Well, can't win 'em all, I guess.
Let's just go then. I never got the box on the lake. Shoot.
You must think I'm a terrible person.
I don't think you're a terrible person, Richard. I think the world is a terrible, awful place. And people do terrible things.
That isn't what I expected you to say. I didn't think you'd understand.
I understood.
It's crazy, isn't it? How two lives can collide like snowflakes falling in the wind. Chance encounters, fate, or coincidence.
I don't believe in fate at all. You know that.
Neither do I.
It wasn't how
It must have looked.
it really wasn't.
The people we took in, they wouldn't have survived by themselves. The Polars, they may not have been the nicest of people, but they were providers. They gave them clothes, food, shelter. It could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. And by dealing with them, by trading with them, hell, we helped a whole lot more than we could have done otherwise.
That's how you see it? You took away their choice, Richard. They starved to death, you know, upstairs. What chance did they have then? Upstairs? Is she talking about the house? I'm sorry, I know I said I played this game before, but I'm now just having some things click or remember things.
That wasn't my fault. Oh God, Alice, you don't understand. I had no choice. It wasn't long after that day in the church. I got tired of running, turned myself in. I wanted to make up for what Jake and Caleb had done.
And in the process, get clothes, food, shelter, imprisonment, safety. Sounds familiar. Don't try to paint this as self-sacrifice, Richard. You were hiding from the mess you'd caused.
You don't understand.
If you say so.
It was for Sarah. For Sarah and Josh.
Is he Yorkie? Is he Yorkie?
It was for Sarah. For Sarah and Josh, the Polars. They made sure my family would be taken care of. Like, properly. None of this foraged medicine. None of those scraps of food. They helped me get them into the zone. Christ! We would have all got into zones. This one girl, Lucy, she was our ticket. Caleb and Jake, they screwed things up for a lot of people when they killed her.
So the body's up and upstairs were Lucy, Jake, and Caleb. Did Josh know? Did she know what you've done for Sarah?
No, she suspected. Sarah said some things after the guys did what they did.
Remember the picture that we saw? The one with the mom kind of blurred out and there was the dad and the daughter? Oh my god.
This guy showed up. This freaking guy. He was looking for Lucy. Before we got to him, he saw Sarah and he told her what we were. He told my little girl her father was a monster. It was over then. They took what I'd provided and left. I deserved it. I know I deserved it.
None of us deserve any of this.
No, that's right. You don't deserve this. Barney didn't deserve this.
Barney, Richard, when you say you got to him,
I tried to talk to him. Tried to explain. Lucy would have been safe. If only he'd listened. The Polars aren't bad people, Alice. They're just men and women like you and me, doing what they have to do in order to survive.
this whole world is chaos.
I wonder about that sometimes. Everything's so chaotic, but we were brought together, our lives intertwined. We were given a second chance.
Is that why you brought me here, Richard? For a second chance? So what, you'll keep me safe? I can be your new bargaining chip? What?
Alice, it's not like that. I just want to make everything right.
Oh, sure. You big, brave men and your desire to right all the wrongs of the world, no matter how many people get hurt in the process. Can you change the weather, Richard? Can you help the people you left to starve? Can you bring Barney back? Don't talk to me about making everything right.
I'm sorry, Alice. You know me, Alice. You know I'm not a monster, right?
Richard,
Yeah?
before whatever comes next, before we decide how to proceed, can I ask one thing?
Sure.
Can I say goodbye? I'm about to start crying all over again. Damn it! I still have no idea who's really buried here.
It was I don't want to know. I'm sorry.
In the end, it didn't change anything. Does it really matter where you're rotting? The earth will still swallow you no matter where you are.
Alice.
Hello, sweetheart. I know Mommy hasn't been to visit in a long time, and I'm sorry. I hope you're okay now. Barney, I hope you're warm and not sick. And I hope that you're playing with Daddy. I hope the sun's shining and the snow's all melted. And you're looking down, and I hope you're having lots of wonderful adventures with Daddy. And I hope you know that I love you, Barney. I love you so, so much. I will always love you, and I hope you've forgiven me. Mommy will come back and see you soon, Barney. I promise.
What the?
I buried it here, Richard, with my son.
in your daughter's keepsake box. How's that for irony? It's not loaded. Maybe, maybe not. You mentioned only having one bullet.
Did I? Memories can be deceiving things, can't they? You know, I just don't quite remember. What?
It's not loaded.
I don't see you prepared to take any chances.
But you said you understood why I did what I did. Why this? Why now?
I understood, Richard. Of course I did. I understood you made your choices and did what you had to do. We both did. Now surely you can understand me. I didn't get this ending the first time I played. Oh my goodness, like this twist of events. Like the first time I played, I guess because I got the box. I don't know what else I've done differently, but like we basically joined the Polars. Oh God, what you're doing? You're doing what you have to do, but you're wrong, Alice. You don't have to. You don't want to do this. I can provide you safety, warmth, nourishment. Slavery. Not for you. You're different. Things are different between us. I'd rather take my chances alone. I won't lie, Richard. You've been a good friend, or at least pretended to be one. But I'm under no illusions. You kept me talking to find out how much I know, to find out how easy it'd be to move on from this. You never cared about me. Alice, it's not actually true. I didn't even know who you were when we started talking. Eventually I realized, of course, but not always. And how long have you known about me? How long have you been deceiving me? First time I saw the photograph. Oh my God. I considered you a friend, Alice. And I'm sorry for what happened, more than you could ever know. I just did what I had to do. And so am I. You'll never survive out there alone. Neither will I. We need each other. But at least we'll die free. What about Barney? Did you let him die free? Did you give him the choice? Screw you, Richard. Screw you. You might have not given him a choice, but you did the right thing for Barney. You know you did. Is what I did so bad? I helped people to live. Sure, they weren't free, but what was the alternative? Die of hypothermia? The people you saved didn't seem very alive to me. It wasn't my fault. Never is with men like you, is it? Don't you think it haunts me every minute, Alice, what those people went through, how everything fell apart? Just think about this for a minute. Just think. Listen to me. We understand each other. We make a great team. We can get through this. Maybe we do. And maybe we could. And maybe one day, in the distant future when the snow's melted, we'll see each other again. But I want no more part in this. I want to get away. I don't hate you, Richard. And I'd be lying if I said I could judge you. But I can't stay. Turn around. Oh God, no, please. Oh, relax, Richard. I'm not going to kill you. Now turn the frick around. Oh my God. My head. What the?
Alice? Alice? I definitely did not get this ending. Oh my freaking god. Dear Richard, we do what we have to do. Say hello to Sarah for me. Alice. Alice, I'm sorry.
I want to say I'm shocked by that ending, and overall I am, because I didn't get that ending my first time when I played this game. But Alice's reaction and how she turned on Richard kind of makes sense, because during the scene when she's in the confessional with the mysterious man, she admits herself she finds people who have to kill and do these nasty deeds in order to survive and claim it's survival. She says it herself. She views them as scum. And she also admits she realized that she knew Richard was behind some of the awful things because she collected all the letters in the end. All those letters and notes. So she knew that it was him. But how? We never saw Richard in the memories when we played through. Was there something else I'm missing? Like a photograph she may have found or something? I don't know. This game is emotionally challenging, and that makes it difficult to discuss because there are so many different views you could have on why the characters did what they did, even though they'll justify it as survival. You could see it as they've gone morally bankrupt, but they're not quite sociopathic, or they were just trying to do what they had to do for the ones that actually mattered to them. You could easily say that Alice killing Barney was a mercy killing almost, because he was writhing in pain and dying, and there was no medication available. And I'm not justifying murder, I'm just saying it could be seen that way. I would love to hear your thoughts and discuss what you think of this ending and the actions of the players in the game down below in the comments. But alrighty, everybody, until next time, everyone grab a box of tissues and try to have a lovely day. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!